I said it coming into the season. I'll keep saying it. The Bengals are done and are now eliminated from 2023 playoff contention. And it all started with the calf injury of Joe Burrow. Let's talk about it.
Hey, I thought it was all over.
Welcome to Real Coverage. I am your host, Nick. We're going to jump right into it. We're talking about the Bengals. I'm not going to try and dwell on this Titans game too much, but obviously it's something to be said. Now, first thing I want to bring up is that I absolutely saw this coming, and if you want to go check out some of my older videos as well as shorts, the minute this calf injury became apparent, I immediately eliminated the Bengals. The Bengals are at a very odd point in their team. We're about to see T. Higgins most likely traded after he comes back from injury. We are going to see the Bengals that we know fundamentally change moving forwards. And I think we need to start addressing the idea that Joe Burrow might be a one-time Super Bowl appearer and one-time Super Bowl loser. Because I think that the Bengals are taking massive steps back as opposed to steps forwards. Now, I did talk about Jamar Chase and how I did not believe in him given the calf injury, and then of course he ends up catching like 15 balls for a bunch of yards. I'll take that, okay? I'll take it. The thing that I will not take is people stating that just because Joe Burrow went to a Super Bowl in his rookie year, that somehow he is the Joe Namath reincarnated, essentially. And I do not see that. What I'm seeing is a Bengals team that can't get it done, a Joe Burrow that still has that nagging injury that is jeopardizing his future of playing this game as well as just this year, or again, the future of this game for him. On just a few games where they should have just played a backup and let him properly recover. I would have much rather seen Joe Burrow come into a 2-4 or a 1-5 team, and then, maybe you rattle off a few wins and then sneak in a wild card by some crazy chance. Of course, he's the one guy to actually break that trend of 0-3 starts with that previous team. So I've got some faith when it comes to Joe Burrow. What I don't have faith in is believing that he is somehow going to get healthier as the season progresses. As a lover of sports, I want anybody to find me an example of somebody that gets healthier as the season goes on. Unfortunately, I can't think of any, nor does, that really ever happen. So I'm very pessimistic when it comes to that. I'm just, I'm at a weird point with this team. The Bengals were obviously, everyone was super high on them. A lot of people, like me included, really believe in their offensive capability, potency, and everything, but that is 100% there because of Joe Burrow. Now, if Burrow is going to be sidelined or hindered at any point, that potency goes down drastically. And just in that division, the Bengals are going to end up probably in 4th place unless the Steelers do nothing to course correct. Right now, the Ravens have shown that they are the better of the teams in the division and were the right choice to pick if you had preseason picks for who's going to win. I did pick the Ravens there. I did say that the Bengals were not going to make the playoffs, and if they did, it'd be one of those weird years where like 3 teams went. I also believe in the Steelers, but I think the Steelers are a whole separate thing for a whole separate video. So I think that right now, it's Bengals 1, Browns 2, Steelers 3, Bengals 4. Obviously, Bengals can rattle off some wins later on. I'm not worried about them going winless. Not worried about any of that. What I'm worried about is the long term of Joe. And I think that the Bengals are not treating it at like a serious issue, and they're just kind of scoffing it off. And I think that's going to come and bite them. Ugh, can't talk today. But if you have thoughts, you guys want to come on here and talk with me, I could always invite you guys on. Feel free to email me, Nicholas at rollcoverage.com. Would love to bring you on, talk about ball, everything like that. But in the meantime, my name is Nick with Roll Coverage. Hopefully have a good rest of the day. And good luck, Joe Burrow and the Bengals. You're going to need it, man. You're going to need it.